Yes, queen.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
We did it. Oh my god.
We did it. We're on time. We're actually early, which I think might actually be the first time we've ever been early.
How does it feel?
Like, I feel like we need to start doing Academy Award speeches. Like, I thank the Academy, and
I'd like to thank the Academy for me not being late today. Yeah. Let's go.
like, no one had any technical difficulties, because I know we've had times where we've been like, yeah, you know, we can start early, and then it's like technical difficulty.
I'm glad. Like, and it's usually me, so it's like, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
You got
I get. Yeah. I think my laptop decided to be nice to me today for once. I appreciate it.
Thank you, laptop. We appreciate it.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm Kels. I'm the person behind the controller, and I play what seems to be every single murderer we've had in this game. We'll see if this holds true.
And I'm Amada, the other disembodied voice in the game. I may not play the murderers usually, but I play the victims and also the crazy people. I feel like I play the crazy people.
You do, kind of. Like, I got excited because I finally played a victim for once because, you know, Hiyoko died.
Yeah.
So I have one victim.
Why?
I've had two characters that got punished, and also, you know, Nekomaru. Rest his soul, whatever the hell's happening with him. So, yeah.
Yes.
You got anything to talk about for pre-show banter?
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet trailer. The only thing I could say is Lechonk and
God.
Smoliv. Like, what are they doing? Like, at the same time, I'm happy because now I don't have to come up with clever nicknames because I'm a nicknamer. I nickname all my Pokemon really silly things, and I don't think I can top Lechonk or Smoliv.
I don't think you can either. Like,
can't. They finally created Pokemon that are unnicknameable because the original name is just that good.
I haven't watched the new trailer yet, mostly because, you know, like, I love Pokemon, don't get me wrong, but I love Pokemon despite the fandom and the, you know, like, other people talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, because it seems like no matter what, you know, like, they put out a new Pokemon game and no one's happy with it, and I'm over here like, yay, more Pokemon.
Right, I'm like, oh, but I'm happy with it. What are y'all talking?
I'm happy that there's new Pokemon stuff. Like, I am possibly the world's easiest customer. It's fine.
Hey, look, the thing, it moved. Oh, yay.
Exactly.
That's me.
And, like, they gave me another, like, cute, fat, I think it's a rat. I don't know exactly what it is.
They said it's the mouse Pokemon. Like, at this point, how many the mouse Pokemon are there? Like,
I'm okay. I love all of them.
Like,
they're all fat.
They're all fat and chunky. It's great.
Like, I just want all of them in a team, and we won't go anywhere. We'll just, like, be in a pile. They can all lay on me. It'll be great.
Oh my god. Yes. That sounds like the dream. Oh, just all the Pikachu clones.
Exactly. That's all I want. And Mimikyu has to be in there too, because I have a gigantic love for Mimikyu.
So cute. And
like,
also terrifying.
I can't help it. Like, it's the one ghost and fairy Pokemon, and because those are two of my favorite types, like, it's perfect. And it's cute.
It's a ghost fairy.
Exactly.
Yay.
It just wants to make friends.
But it's so... it's like... Oh no, it's like the story of the ugly barnacle. Once upon a time, there was an ugly barnacle. It was so ugly that everyone died. The end. That's Mimikyu.
I love it.
But as a Pokemon...
It's peak lore.
It's peak lore. They said the most conclusive evidence for Mikan being a killer is that Kels is voicing. Oh no, you're giving away the secret!
I know, I can't. I'd like to point out, the only character that I chose to voice was Chiaki. You chose the rest of my characters. So,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I see this is how you see me.
No! I didn't listen. Unlike Danganronpa 1, I didn't watch the anime for Danganronpa 2, so I was not aware who was or wasn't gonna be coming here. So yeah. Yeah.
Look, like, you can just immediately eliminate half of the characters because Mana's voicing them. So
Yeah.
you know they're not the murderer.
Valid.
All right. Shall we do our recap and get started?
Yeah, let's do the recap.
All right. Recap from last time. Ibuki was roaming the hospital hallways, so we told her to go the fuck to sleep. And then we sent Mikan to bed. We had a dream about sitting in a classroom talking about ordinary people with no talent getting into Hope's Peak, which we're assuming is Hajime's real backstory. And then we woke up to Mikan draped over us again because we never fixed the lock Ibuki broke. To be fair, I do not think that Hajime would ever figure out how to fix a lock, so that'll be broken until Monokuma fixes it or we get off this island. I'm calling it now.
I felt that in my soul.
Like, who's gonna fix it? Kazuichi? Like, boy is too busy with his, like, voyeurism issues to ever do anything for us. The monitor showed a video of what appeared to be Ibuki hanging herself, and when we brought people to check on it, Hyoko was dead too. Then Monokuma cured the disease miraculously. We found a candle, the Monomi bag, a broken camera, a drumstick barricade, chemical goop, blood on Ibuki's shoes and ladder, torn wallpaper and missing stickers near Hyoko, whose kimono is backward and had a key, an active thermostat, and the black curtain. Mikan says that the autopsy is being obfuscated by the high temperature, but we suspect that she did that on purpose and also compressed Hyoko's bleeding neck with tape. According to the remaining best girl, there is only one killer this time, and we should go on a movie date with our ex-husband for more clues.
Seems legit.
Yeah. All right. So we think Mikan put the hemp bag to mask her face, but failed to cover her long hair, and recorded a fake video of Ibuki committing suicide that was obscured by the candle going out. She hijacked the monitor to show the video. She choked Ibuki somewhere else and hung up the body. Ibuki might have stepped on the blood from Hyoko's neck while Mikan was trying to clean it. Mikan slashed Hyoko's throat when the bullying went too far, used her nurse skills to compress the blood with tape, put on the kimono wrong and tied her up, then covered the body with wallpaper so we didn't see it the first time. She raised the temperature to screw up the autopsy and maybe affect the goop. I galaxy brained a lot of that.
Stuff.
You know, and like, I have no idea if it's true.
Right.
But, you know, like, we're gonna go for it for now.
I feel like it could be. Honestly, I feel like it could be.
I mean, there is obviously stuff that we are missing. Because
we need to fill in the gap.
Yeah, we don't know anything, and quite honestly, they do a better job, I think, in this game of not giving us all of the information before the trial. You know, and in the previous trials, we kind of knew who it was by the time that we got into the trial.
And we were ready to just go and, like, accuse people. And
Exactly. Actually, I want to see, did we check on maybe me? Hi.
Whoa.
I'll flush your poop. This rabbit can sit on the toilet to poop, but it can't figure out how to use the flusher.
Wow.
I don't
that's
quite
weird.
understand how this works, but
That is honestly very weird, actually.
all right, let's go watch a movie with our ex-husband.
Why, hello there, Hajime. I knew you'd come here. That means you noticed it too, right? The case this time is an imitation case, in which the killer used that movie as their theme.
I wouldn't know. I haven't watched that movie yet.
You're no fun. I see, then you really should watch the movie first. Then we can, like, totally, like, bash it on Rotten Tomatoes
There we go.
together.
The
Hey,
bonding
manager!
exercise.
The customer's here. Oh god, he's the manager.
Who else was going to be the manager?
I don't know. Did you call me? Oh, Hajime's the customer? Ooh.
Do you have a problem with that?
A boo boo boo, and you said you didn't want to watch it. Give me $1 bajillion or something, but I knew you wanted to see it all along. That's the tsundere Hajime looks like, then you're really a tough guy. You were so devoted to being a tsundere, you even brought Monokuma sticker for $1.5 million. You paid $1.5 million for a sticker?
It's nothing. Also, you probably shouldn't let me touch your money ever.
That's a power move. Damn. In exchange for not watching this movie, Hajime paid $1.5 million for a Monokuma sticker. Come on, since we're talking about it anyway, why didn't you just show it to Nagito?
Stop it! But my resistance was in vain, like normal, and Monokuma reached into my pocket and took the sticker.
See, is this one?
I'm sorry, I was born stupid.
You are. You should be sorry. You bought this for $1.5 million!
To be fair, it also came with the chance to not watch a Monokuma movie, which has now been taken away from me.
Oh, boo, 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 but in the end, he's still gonna watch the movie!
Who cares about that anymore? Just hurry up and give me an invitation ticket.
Okay, here you go. It already says so on the invitation ticket, but it's only effective today at this time. By the way, I can only give away one ticket for Poison. You only have one chance to watch it for free. I've already stamped today's date on the ticket, so you won't be able to cheat.
Don't worry, I only plan to watch it once.
Then I'll go prepare the projection reel. Please wait a bit, okay? Oh, damn, Hajime, you stupid.
I thought I was so smart when I made that grade.
I'm sorry I was born toothless. Yes, that's... About that invitation ticket, I strongly recommend you keep that safe.
Huh? Why?
No reason. Just think of it as a protective charm.
Okay. Called the Wizard of Monomi. I guess I should just wait until Monokuma finishes his preparations. Oh, I don't really want to talk to you, but
This sucks.
what bullshit do you have to say?
Hajime, I can't believe you bought that thing. You paid $1.5 million for it, too.
But even you said you should have just settled it with money to get out of seeing that movie.
You're right, but that means I wouldn't have to buy that thing, you know?
Just leave me alone.
And I thought I was done.
Apparently
You-
I can't leave.
You came all this way, not to watch it. Your tsundere knows no limits. It's just like me to play Hajime so prickly. Ooh. I might be hiding a past where I was once known as a prima donna of the mascot world.
You definitely weren't called that.
Oh, he wasn't. Hajime sneak in a camcorder to pirate the movie and put it online. It's about time you showed your dere side, you know? Come on, just liven yourself up a little. Yay. So, wait for a bit, okay?
What do you want me to do? Gonna go in?
Get popcorn? Hold on! I'm still in the middle of preparing. Don't rush, damn. Tasty boys get hated, you know. They might even get hated by boy bands, you know. Too, you know. What?
You can hate me all you want.
Boy bands? Boy bands? Are you supposed to get popcorn? Like, what?
The only thing I can think of is, remember the bag that was over Ibuki's head was from this counter? Because
Yeah.
So maybe we have to look at this. That reminds me, that item should be on top of the counter. This one looks like a tote bag made of hemp cloth with a decal of Monomi's face on it.
That catch your eye. It's an all-purpose tote bag full of a variety of common tasks. It's a limited item. Only one person can have it.
If the tote bag is gone, that means...
Whoa there. Were you interested in buying that there tote bag? Well, that's just too bad, because it's already sold out.
Who'd you sell it to?
That's stupid. No way I'd fall for that. There's no way I'd say something that'll reveal who the killer is. So the killer bought it? Wow! Ha 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 ha!
I remember you said there was only one because it's a limited item, right?
Hella limited. It's not limited to one. It's more like it's limited to one poison.
What's the difference?
When you buy one tote bag, you get another one for free. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes.
For some reason, hearing you say that pisses me off.
Sir. Now then, I shouldn't forget that I carelessly made a slip of the tongue.
Wait, so I had to buy that sticker for $1.5 million, but I only got one? You buy a tote bag for 25 cents or whatever, and you get two? Bullshit.
Damn, that is bullshit. We should have got a whole pack of stickers so we could share with the class. Yes, I wish we could get popcorn. Looks like the preparations are complete, so please enter the theater right away! Since we think it's Mikon, I should make my obligatory wrong culprit accusation, even if he didn't do anything. I know Nagito wanted to be an accomplice, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we were like,
I mean,
oh, yes?
Mikon did spend a lot of time with him before the murder.
She did, and that's sus.
Very sus.
Boo, 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 this is exciting! Exciting!
Alright, let's go watch the horrible movie. Never mind, let's look at this poster really quick.
Aimed a little
Too far.
Yeah, a little too far.
At least it looks like a nice theater.
Yeah, at least it's clean, it's not janky.
Yeah. I mean, there is graffiti on the sides of it, but...
Oh, that's
details.
graffiti?
Yeah.
Oh, alright. I apologize for keeping you waiting. World famous director Manakuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of Manami 2.5D will be screening shortly.
From the title alone, I have a bad feeling about this. 2.5D sounds so half-assed. Bullshit. 2.5, like, I understand at the time 2.5D wasn't really a thing. But now 2.5D is, so...
This is so 2000 insert here,
I know.
Whatever. Also, I do think the graffiti says Naughty Bear.
Yeah, so there's one that says Naughty Bear, and then there's one that says this movie sucks.
This movie sucks! Oh my god. Who graffitied all over the place after they watched the movie? I mean, I bet it was Soda. He looks like he has paint stains on him all the time.
Yeah, I can see it.
The Wizard of Manami 2.5 HD Remix. Oh my god. Now then, please relax and enjoy the film.
Alright, The Wizard of Monomi 2.5D.
Oh? Okay.
Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates. One day, Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise.
Okay.
And was whisked away to Monomi's country.
Shinzo Abe intensifies.
There we go. Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change. So he began his journey to see the wizard, Monomi, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends. Monokuma met a Monomi scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide, the Monomi scarecrow hanged herself and died.
Oh no.
Well, that sounds like Ibuki's death.
Yep.
He also met a Monomi lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows.
Okay.
He also met a Monomi tin man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron. And that sounds like Hyoko. After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monomi, the great and powerful. Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monomi.
What?
And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her.
Okay.
With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury.
What?
The end. And he
What?
lived happily ever after. The end.
What? Yeah, that was a terrible movie. Man, movies are the best. That drama was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues, 1 for each head. That's weird, but okay. Now then, let's meet again at the quiz trial! Bye, bye, bye. Bye, 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 bye.
I'm too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe this situation.
He became an NSYNC member, just like that. The movie have absolutely no dramatic tension. Yes. Oh my god. How was it? Actually, I don't even have to ask. I totally expected your reaction.
That was honestly the worst movie I've ever seen. Is it even okay to call that a movie?
But thanks to that movie, now you know, right?
Yeah. Just like he said, the characters who were killed in the movie match the victims in this case. Ibuki's death by hanging matched the Scarecrow's death in the movie. Not just that, but Hyoko's suspended body matches the lion's death too.
It would have been a complete imitation if the killer killed 3 people, but it seems that was impossible. Perhaps the killer is upset about that right now, or...
If the killer's main goal was just an imitation murder, they should be upset about it, but I'm not sure if that's even true.
Well, where's the me? Super
Okay, anything else you wanted to say to us? No.
No. Wanna get some popcorn and get a smoothie afterwards?
No.
Maybe go on a date?
No, I'm leaving.
Okay. Wanna talk about hope?
No. Also leaving. Okay, let's go see Chiaki at the hospital.
Yeah. Don't leave Best Girl alone, she might die.
Exactly. I mean, there's no more murders in this case. Although, Monokuma didn't rule out that someone else can kill while we're investigating another murder. I'd just like to point that out. It's just that the original killer can't kill more than 2 people.
Right, that was the rule.
Alright, Best Girl.
I feel like I haven't been here in a while, even though it's only really been a few days.
Hey!
Hey,
Oh, wait,
you prepared that surveillance camera unit, right?
Yeah, so? I didn't make any weird modifications or anything. It's not like I'm suspicious or anything.
Didn't you get this from that shady-looking alley where all those machines were lined up?
Yeah, I just tweaked it a little.
Then, if there are other surveillance camera units, would it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras too?
No, that's not possible. Originally, surveillance cameras and surveillance monitors are used as part of the same unit. The video that was filmed with the hospital camera can only be viewed by the hospital monitor. The video that was filmed with the music venue camera can only be seen by the music venue monitor. But if I left it at that, we wouldn't have been able to communicate, so I decided to swap the cameras.
So that's how you guys were able to view the hospital footage from the music venue and vice versa.
However, each surveillance camera unit manages its broadcast based on a specific number. So even if you bring the same model camera or monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal.
Meaning, even if another surveillance camera exists, it'd be impossible to broadcast with it.
However, I didn't just swap the cameras. I modified them and increased their wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to use it.
You're right. You did work on that.
Mechanic talk.
Take a quick look at it. There's a surveillance camera unit on top of the reception desk. As long as the music venue surveillance camera is destroyed, it's impossible to broadcast with this.
Hey, Hajime, there is something I want to ask you. You first discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue, right? But why did you go to the music venue? You had a reason for that, right? Did you see something with this camera?
Oh, I also wanted to ask you that. It'd be different if the surveillance camera unit could record, but it's only good for household functions.
Tell me, Hajime.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw a strange video in that surveillance camera unit. It showed the music venue stage. There was a black curtain hanging there like it is now. But the whole display was pretty dark because they were just using candlelight. There was rope hanging from the ceiling, and beneath that there was a stepladder on the floor. And right away, a person wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head appeared. I didn't know who it was because their face was covered, but now I know that must have been Ibuki. She walked straight to the stepladder, and without any hesitation, she climbed that stepladder of her own free will, and then she grabbed that rope, and that's all I saw. The candlelight being used must have been snuffed out or something, because the screen went dark all of a sudden, and it wasn't displaying anything anymore.
Well, if the candlelight goes out, obviously nothing will show up. Modern surveillance cameras have infrared functions, so things can still show up even in the dark. But the one I got from the machine alley was a really old model.
Hold on. At the time, you said you didn't know the person wearing the hemp bag was Ibuki, right?
Yeah.
You didn't know it was her, but you saw she was trying to hang herself? So you rushed over to the music venue to try to stop her.
But I didn't make it in time.
Still, if she climbed the stepladder on her own, does that mean she committed suicide? Wouldn't that mean that she's her own killer?
Ibuki committed suicide? What do you think, Chiaki?
No, she was with the gullible disease. I think someone said it. Had to be the killer.
There's no doubt Ibuki climbed the stepladder on her own, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt.
If so...
Hey, don't think for so long. If you don't know, just be honest about it.
Well, of course she doesn't. There's no way we'd be able to figure that out so easily.
Oh no, she's pouting. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yeah, I need to investigate the conference room on the second floor. I'm heading over there.
What the heck? She ran away all of a sudden.
She said the conference room, but why would she mention the conference room all of a sudden? Also, I might just be overthinking, but did she seem a little upset? Don't underestimate Chiaki. She is best girl.
Yes, I don't think she really appreciates or likes being told that she can't do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, eating and drinking is forbidden within the hospital building. Also, disregarding patients who need to be accompanied. Overnight stays are forbidden. Okay. So, oops. No, wait. I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go chase Chiaki up to... Oh, hey, Akane.
Oh, she beat us to here.
I'm finally getting back to my normal self. Hajime, help me out with my recovery. You can touch my boobs if you win.
What?
No, thanks.
No.
She was bearable when she was quiet. It'd be so much better if she was still feeling the after effects. She'd beat me up if I said that out loud.
Yeah.
Anyway, why are you here? Well, I've never been sick or hurt before, so I had no idea, but hospital gowns are pretty comfy. I was thinking I might as well keep wearing one.
Oh.
Don't tell me you plan to wear hospital gowns from now on. That's the idea, but it looks like they're out of stock. Looks like there was one gown for each patient's room, so I thought there'd be more in the empty rooms. There weren't any gowns? Yep, that's right. Ibuki died wearing one, so the only one left is the one Nagito was wearing. If I have no choice, then I should probably just use Nagito's. It's a unisex size, so I'll probably be able to fit in it. Hold on. What happened to the gown you were wearing? Are you saying I should wear the one I already wore? That's gross.
No, that's not the point.
Wearing clothes someone else was wearing is even grosser.
Exactly.
No time to dilly-dally. I totally left Mikan back at the music venue. Crap, I gotta go back soon. Well,
Oh my god, nobody should have left her.
no. Well, it's okay since I already investigated the music venue, but leaving her on guard duty was a bad idea.
Akane, if I ate Nagito, I gain his possessions. Oh my god.
Oh! Baby!
Baby? Hello? Girl? Lo-
Alright,
Oh,
we have
you
hit the cocoon.
You said a cocoon. Uh-oh. It's a caterpie. No, a cocoon. What is it?
There
I
you
don't
go.
know.
The something.
Something. One of them things.
Alright, so Chiaki was in the conference room, I think she said. What's this? It's pitch black. I can't see anything. Where's the switch?
Don't turn it on.
Huh? Chiaki? Are you there?
If you turn on the light, it's gonna be fully exposed. It'd be embarrassing.
What's fully exposed?
Hey, Hajime? If you poke out your eyes, you can turn on the light. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna poke them out?
I'm not gonna poke out my eyes!
Aw, bummer. Troll fail.
What?
No sooner
Wait.
did she finish saying that.
Troll veil. What?
I heard the dry sound of curtains being drawn.
There was a flash of intense light that stung my eyes a little.
I squinted my eyes until they started adjusting to the light. And I saw Chiaki had finished opening the curtain that was covering the window.
Were you surprised?
Surprised? I don't get it.
I got it.
Got what?
The curtains in this conference room are designed to completely block out the light. There's a projector in here, so they were probably careful about light shining through. See? A black curtain that blocks light, and it's also long enough to reach the floor. It's perfect.
A black light-blocking curtain. That's why it was so dark. So, is something wrong with it?
Hajime.
I'm still in the middle of investigating, so it's a secret.
Oh, she's angry now.
Yep, she's upset. But still, what was that all about? That bit about it being embarrassing if I look and troll fail?
I just wanted to mess with you.
Yep, she's definitely upset. Why is she acting so childish? I guess I'm done investigating the hospital. I should move on to a different place.
And the place where they filmed.
That's my guess. And we know that only a few people were at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Although,
What was the ladder? Well, there's probably a ladder in the hospital.
yeah, I mean, like, it wouldn't surprise me if there's an extra step ladder somewhere. But I was kind of thinking about it, like, trying to remember where Mikan is. Or was. Like, going off of my random ass theory that Nagito was an accomplice, what if it was Nagito in there? Like, he had a hospital gown,
Yeah.
and we know that they were, apparently being rationed or whatever.
Mm.
And he doesn't have long hair, so we wouldn't be able to see it.
Exactly, but Mikan has long hair.
Plus, Mikan was with us, remember?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she went up to, supposedly check on Nagito, but
Mm-hmm.
I just remembered. I never went inside any of the rooms in the motel. Plus, I don't even know where Hyoko's room is. It might just be faster to ask someone. I'm gonna guess he is not gonna give me what I need, but...
No. You're here, right? Come on out.
Huh? Are you talking to me?
I can see you. Did you really think you could hide your presence like that?
I wasn't trying to hide in the first place. Hey, which room was Hiyoko staying in?
Open the door to the center room. However, are you prepared? Make sure you pray to whatever god you hold dear, and you might want to bring an extra pair of underwear. Hehehe.
I wonder, how does this guy talk to his parents and teachers?
He doesn't. Simple as that, he just doesn't. Hey, Hajime, can you explain it to me again? What happened when you first discovered Ibuki's body?
It was the same as when I found it with you guys. Ibuki's body was hanging from the baton lighting. However, there was no body discovery announcement made. That's why I went to get you guys. I met up with Chiaki at this motel, and when we were about to go back to the music venue...
You met up with Mikan and me.
And when we went back to the music venue, the entrance door wouldn't open for some reason.
So we had no choice but to break down the door and discover Hyoko's body was suddenly there too.
Yeah, that's what happened.
This is the most important part. When you arrived at the motel, who else saw you besides Chiaki?
As I recall... Didn't you hear me? A body was found! Body?
Could it be? Do you intend to spread lies like Nagito in order to confuse us all?
Besides Chiaki, I also saw Gundam and Monomi.
I see. So Kazuichi and Sonia didn't appear, huh?
Do you think those two are suspicious?
Well, Hyoko was killed. Between the time you saw Ibuki's body and when we broke the door down, right? So obviously those two are the most suspicious since they weren't with us.
That might be it, but...
While we're at it, let me tell you my alibi too. When the morning Monokuma announcement woke me up, I went straight to the hospital. I saw Mikan panicking in front of the hospital. I asked her what's going on. She said Ibuki disappeared.
So, you guys split up and looked for Ibuki, huh?
While we were circling the island, we came to the motel and saw you guys there.
Did you see anyone else while you circled the island?
No, we went to the movie theater and that street full of machines to look for Ibuki, but we didn't see anyone. Are you implying I don't have an alibi because I didn't run into anyone? It's unreasonable for you to doubt me. The time that Mikan and I were on our own looking for Ibuki wasn't very long. In that short time, there's no way I could have killed Hyoko and wrapped her in the pillow with duct tape.
It's true. I feel like there wasn't enough time to do that after I left the music venue. But the fact is that Hyoko was killed and we did discover her body.
What, do you still doubt me? Well, I'm used to it. It's true I've done things that I deserve to be doubted for. So don't worry, even if you doubt me, I don't plan on dismembering you or encasing you in concrete.
Was that a possibility?
I don't want that to be, but damn.
I'd want to know in advance what I'd have to do to end up like that. Alright. Let's go into Hyoko's room. Looks like it's locked, but the key was inside her kimono. Maybe if I use this... It opened. Just as I thought, this key was Hyoko's room key. Alright, I should go inside. Why did Gundam know what the inside of her room looked like? Unless, like, all of the rooms are just horrifying. So, Hyoko was staying here. She only stayed here a few nights, so it doesn't really feel like her room, but I feel a little conflicted.
Huh, did the door open?
Yeah, Hyoko put the key in her kimono, so I used that to open it.
I see.
What? Did something happen?
No, it's just... I'm starting to believe it might be my fault.
Her fault? What does she mean?
Did you guys argue?
The moment Hyoko came to this motel's Holiday Inn, damn, she completely shut herself in this room.
She was afraid of the despair disease, so she was cautious of you guys too, right?
However, her fear of the disease was not the only reason she locked herself in her room. She had another reason.
Besides that disease, what other reason would make her lock herself in her room?
Her kimono.
Her kimono?
Yesterday I went to go talk to her. Since she had been in her room for some time, I told her it might be good for her to go outside for a bit. She kept the door to her room locked, but by coincidence it was not locked at the time. And then I saw it. Oh. Hyoko was crying and struggling with her kimono sash. She did not want to smell bad, so she took a shower, but then she could not tie her sash anymore. Mahiru is no longer with us, so I believe she was having trouble with it.
Let me just say, like, tying your own kimono is hell.
It is?
Like, it is not easy. It is so much easier to get dressed with someone else's help with a kimono. Because, like, you have to, like, it is all engineering, basically, to make sure that all of the layers don't just, like, fly open. You know, because the thing is that the obi, or the sash, keeps everything straight and tight. So not only is your kimono generally too long, so you have to fold it up, and so you have to get that really nice crease, but also then you have to make sure that, you know, like the top layer and the under layer, generally, because unless you're wearing a yukata, you're generally wearing another layer under, like actually folds tightly across your chest, because otherwise then your skirt won't have that nice straight line in it. It'll be all askew. Like, it's, I would, granted, I don't wear kimono often enough to know how to tie my own sash. Like, I can tie someone else's, but trying to do my own, like, that's a no. She didn't leave her room because she couldn't tie her kimono, huh?
The others might have thought it was just a silly sash, but it must have been a serious issue for her. Hyoko told me that she learned how to tie her sash from Mahiru. That Mahiru kindly taught her the basics.
That's why she wanted to be able to tie her sash on her own.
She probably could not forgive herself for not being able to do it, especially since Mahiru taught her. I could not really understand her feelings, which is why I said what I did.
What did you say?
Hyoko, by chance, are you having trouble wearing your kimono?
Stupid? What are you saying? Of course I can do it. Because Mahiru taught me. That's why I can do it on my own.
If that's the case, how about you do it someplace where there's a mirror? Do you remember the full-length mirror in the storage room in the music venue? If you do it while standing in front of a large mirror, I'm confident you'll be successful. Also, shutting yourself in your room like this may be bad for your health. And that was when she kicked me out. Could it be Hyoko remembered that?
Are you saying she went to the music venue to wear her kimono? I can see that happening. Hyoko locked her room and made sure she put the room key inside her kimono. Can't imagine that. She was abducted by someone. If so, that's weird. Hey, did you tell anyone about that before the incident? Or was someone listening in on your conversation?
I never told this to anyone, and I do not believe anyone was listening into our conversation.
Nobody knew? If that's the case, how did the killer know Hyoko was going to the music venue? Something's wrong. Alright, this is not a very big room.
No, it ain't. What is that in the toilet?
Oh, it's another, finally, it's another Monokuma. Let's see if I can, there we go.
Oh, it's Poncho Kuma.
Yep, Poncho Kuma.
I'll use
Yay.
Mahiru's sharpshooting powers to avenge Hyoko in the trial. Oh.
We will.
Also, they asked how Sonia got in there, but it's like it wasn't locked anymore, though.
Yeah, it must not have been locked. It's just that Sonia locked it when she was in here, which is why we had to use the key. The bed isn't messed up. It doesn't look like she was abducted in her sleep. There's a mirror, but it's so small and rusty. There's no way anyone can use this. I don't see anything else that looks suspicious. There's no sign that someone made a mess of her room, and I don't think she was forcefully abducted. I feel like I couldn't really find any important clue. Oh well. Oh, trial time.
Oh no. Let's go to the class trial, bitches. Woo, yeah, awesome. How you doing? It's me, Monokumers. The class trial gonna start now, you know. So make sure you come to the Monokuma rack ASAP. Boo, 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 I see you soon.
It's already time. So, this again.
This is sus.
I need to go to that place again. But now's not the time to be a coward. The reason Ibuki and Hyoko became victims, in order to find the truth, the only thing I can do is go.
I don't know, this last part made me really confused. Because it's like, they're throwing a lot of, well, I'm sure it'll make sense in the trial, but I was like, why is this important? What? Are you, wait,
Baby.
The baby? Evolved?
Usami!
Oh my god!
Yay!
We got Usami! Cute!
Look at how cute she is!
She's adorable!
Very adorable.
She evolved into Usami! Yay!
Usami! I know, we have our own Pokemon.
Yay!
Alright.
But yeah, didn't Nekomaru like destroy the robots or some shit?
No. He thought that, Akane kept threatening to fight one.
Oh, but they didn't actually fight anyway. Okay.
No, because, Akane decided to fight Monokuma instead. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of Monokuma Rock. Shouldn't that be everyone? Why are we specifying the people who heard the announcement? And
Right.
soon enough...
Is everybody here? Do you guys want to go to the class trial?
Hey, jerk! Hold it right there!
What? Don't get in the way. You're just a dumb little sister who's so short of a few brain cells.
My brain works just fine. Monokuma, what did you do with Nekomaru?
Oh, I see. You come to avenge him.
Avenge? That sounds like he died.
Sounds like you say. Oops. Anyway, since Nekomaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent. Now then, I gotta go first.
Hold on! I won't let you escape!
Hey, did you hear what he said? Don't worry about it. There's no way Nekomaru is dead. He's just trying to piss us off.
Of course he's not dead. There's no way, not in a million years.
Okay, but like, what if he is? No, more importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us except Nekomaru will die.
Why are you so excited about that?
Oh, who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail. What are you saying, Fiend? You'll find out soon enough.
Then let's go. All right, let's hurry up and get this over with.
Yeah, you're right. I wonder... So, like, I'm galaxy braining again. So, Hyoko goes to the music venue because she can't tie her own obi. So, if she... Assuming, possibly, that she still couldn't tie it even in front of the large mirror, that would mean that the killer was the one who tied it. Which would eliminate a very large number of these characters. And would probably actually only leave Akane, Tiaki. I'm gonna guess Sonia doesn't know how. I could be wrong. And
Otherwise, she would have offered to
Mhm.
help her.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
since she doesn't, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I love how Nakito's just hanging out over there. All right, let's get a temperature check from everyone.
What up, sus?
I haven't been helpful at all. I couldn't even figure out an estimated time of death. I'm sorry, I'm such a useless piece of trash.
Hmm.
Hyoko, it must be my fault after all. Then I must learn the truth behind this murder most foul. Now then, let us proceed.
Let's go. There's no time to waste. I know it's sad, but we need to move forward. And then we need to end this once and for all.
New bestie.
I already figured this, but it's best if we don't rely on Monami all that much. She's just saying stupid things, and it'll just make us even more confused. Maybe we should shut her up for good.
I don't think Monami would like that.
Hey, what are you whining about? Hurry up and get this over with already. And then we can greet Coach Nekomaru with open arms when he comes back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really excited to not have to voice him at all.
Yeah, like, I don't want to, like, jinx it, but I feel like he won't come back, maybe. We'll see.
We'll see.
Hey, what did Monokuma mean just now? Don't tell me Nekomaru's already, you know...
Don't get distracted by Monokuma. We need to focus on the class trial right now.
I know, but...
Oh, what bullshit are you gonna say?
It is about time I showed my serious side. Geez, how troublesome, but I suppose I can display my true power for the sake of the two fallen comrades.
You do know this is our third trial, right, man?
Where were you the last?
Yeah.
Just as I thought, this particular incident.
Oops. We can continue this later, right, Hajime? Wink wonk.
What's wrong with him? He's even creepier than usual.
Don't come on to us, man.
Please leave me alone.
Sonia's the kind of weeb who would learn how to tie a kimono. I don't think, like, she watches a lot of dramas and stuff, but I don't know. Maybe she's the hands-on type, I think. Like, I feel if she was, like, right there and someone with, like, an instructor was right there teaching her, like, in real time, I don't think she's, like, a visual learner.
Yeah, and well, like, I think that one of the other things to remember is that especially, you know, like, if as a foreigner you buy a kimono, a lot of times you won't. So, based on what I saw from the obi that Hyoko was trying to put on, it's a full obi. So the other type that we have is you have an obi and then you have a separate bow that just slides in. And it makes it really easy because all you have to do is tie the obi itself. And then sliding the bow itself in isn't very hard. It's like a wire. But a lot of times as a foreigner, you know, like if you buy one, you're going to buy one with that slide-in bow. Because trying to tie the bow while you're trying to tie the obi, like, there is too much hand coordination trying to figure out how to put what where.
Yeah, it's definitely a two-person job.
Yeah, it's not a beginner thing. And quite
I wonder if
honestly,
she struggled with.
like, my opinion, you know, like, if you're going to wear Japanese clothes as a foreigner, like, go for hakama. Like, it's so much easier to put on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, hakama. You can even do, like, howdy. Like, but any amount of trying to tie the bow on your obi while you're trying to tie the obi, like, oh man,
Good luck.
is an absolute pain.
Good luck with that.
Exactly. Like, it's hard to even take off, so a lot of times you need help to do that.
No wonder she kept struggling with it throughout the entire
Oh, yeah.
game.
Like, poor girl.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, girl, like, just buy a pair of shorts and a t-shirt from the supermarket. Like,
True. Well, I
don't wear
mean,
that bullshit.
I think she wants to honor her, I guess, her thing, her dancer thing.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it is. And she refuses to wear peasant clothes, I guess.
I mean, granted, it's probably not her aesthetic, but also I am much function over form.
Yeah, definitely.
If I'm going to be naked because I can't figure out how to tie my obi, I'm just gonna get some other clothes.
Yep.
We stepped onto the escalator and ascended towards the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. And that's when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our lined up silhouettes keep getting smaller and smaller. But I can't turn back now. Yeah, Hajime, that's how height works as we go up. The shadow on the ground is going to go up too. Oh man. If I turn
I don't know
back,
if he means that like metaphorically or literally.
I don't know. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. People die if they are killed. And when everyone was inside Monokuma Rock.
All according to Keikaku. Keikaku means plan.
Exactly. The elevator began its steep descent as usual. This elevator already looks so empty.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody said a word. As we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper.
I have to memorize where everybody stands, because sometimes I'm like, what if the killer's in the back?
And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. I mean, right now Mikan looks like she's in the back, so...
That's why I'm like, maybe I should have paid attention.
The elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so. I think that they all stand in the same place. It's the same all the time. And
Okay.
then, like, they just remove the character.
Mm.
They at least did that in the first one. I did notice that then. I haven't been watching quite as hard this time. Light poured through from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness. And I walked into that place. What's it going to be decorated like now?
A castle? My, it feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats.
Well, 2 people got killed at the same time, and Nekomaru's not here either. Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him.
Nah. Why bother?
What?
Now then, let's begin! Yay! Class trial, yay! The beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy 3 hot content, yay!
And so, the curtain to the 3rd class trial was about to open. Ibuki Miyoda, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. When I was with her, all of my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Chat best girl. Kyoko Sayonji, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know she was actually selfish and loudmouthed. But she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. The person who killed those 2 is among us.
Well, it's definitely not Teru Teru, I can tell you that much.
I definitely can't believe it. Oh man, this screen is depressing. But whether I believe it or not is irrelevant.
Nekomaru's still blue.
Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out no matter the cost. For our sake. For our friend's sake. For Ibuki and Kyoko's sake. And so, the curtain to the 3rd class trial was about to open. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Alright, I think we can get some into the trial today. What do you think?
Yeah, there's still a little bit of time.
Alright, so really quick, let's look at...
They said by delusion. By delusion.
Okay.
I don't know how you do that, but chat says by delusion.
Let's see. Okay, so it's obviously... Oh, wait. I remember how to do that. There we go. Delusion. Okay. We will buy delusion. Okay, anything else that I want to get? Yeah, I think most of these. Neural liberation. Vocabulary. Ambidextrousness.
That's a word.
It is.
Dexterousness. That's fancy. Ambidextrousness.
Okay. I think we're good. Let's set the skill. I have so many points that we're just not using. Okay. Do this. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, class trial start. All rise.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation for the class trial. During the class trial, you'll present arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the black one will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong poison, well, then I'll punish everyone besides the black one. And that poison will earn the right to leave the island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already. Woo! I don't mind starting the class trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
Do you think it's maybe because you've alienated literally everyone in this room?
Yes. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
If you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
That's the pot calling the kettle black. Empty head? What's wrong with that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
I like that metaphor, actually.
I like it. I know.
That's really nice. Like,
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then let's start with when we split into the hotel team and the motel team. Oh, sorry. Hospital team and the motel team. You've broken me.
hotel, motel, holiday inn.
Inn.
It will be smiling somewhere.
Pitbull is on this island right now. It's fine.
I knew it. He's the moiter. It's Pitbull.
All right.
Mr. Worldwide.
Let's start with when we split up into the hospital team and the motel team because of the despair disease. He had to take out Ibuki as the ultimate musician. Because obviously it's Pitbull.
Yeah, definitely number one suspect, Pitbull.
Like, entire motive was he wants to be the ultimate musician. It's fine. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 at the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chalky, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep in our cottages, that's a word.
We slept in our cars, it's fine.
Yeah, we slept in our cars.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened.
On our Hot Wheels.
Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head climbing a stepladder.
Nagito, I was too busy helping Mikan set up the crime scene. Can anyone tell me what it looks like from your perspective? Also,
Did it look...
sus.
Did it look convincing?
Pitbull's motive is revenge because Ibuki didn't pick him to be in her band.
There you go! Perfect!
I knew it!
We solved it.
Where's the Pitbull sign? Where do we point?
I know.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story. And then, what did you do, Hajime?
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought, but the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our site.
After I rested a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I played with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
What does that mean? Various ways? Sam, what did you do to Fuyuhiko?
Various ways? Don't say it like that and confuse people. What the fuck?
After I heard from those people that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open since we had no other option. The four of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body, we also found Hyoko's. And not just that, her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement, not once, but twice in a row.
And so, we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you! I understood it very easily.
Didn't do it for you, but okay.
Right. Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who... Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Huh?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now, and the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video on the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously, so you can make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
You doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
It's just as Kazuichi said. Nagito's the kind of guy who will just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it! I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that.
Oh no.
Okay, first,
Shut up, accomplice. Yeah, shut up, accomplice.
Alright. Oh, I guess we haven't seen the movie, so the invitation ticket is a good thing. Okay, so testimony is clearly suspicious.
Boop, boop.
His testimony is really a lie. The fact that Ibuki hung herself, that would also be a lie. I don't think I can deny that possibility. The wielder of the cursed... Oh, Hajime's the only witness. Why would Hajime lie? Obviously, because he's the killer. Did Hajime kill both of them? The fact that... Oh, I had the wrong evidence out.
Oh shit, okay. Try again!
I forgot, I got distracted halfway through.
I mean, there was a lot of ridiculousness flying around, so I don't blame it.
I'm too busy trying to shoot things, seeing how much time I can lose. Hajime's the only witness. I was the only witness. Why would I lie? I'm the killer. But I'm not. Did I kill both of them? Fine. You wouldn't let me... Ugh.
I'm a witch! Who said I'm a witch?
I do not know.
That's weird, but okay. Pop off whoever is a witch. I guess. I don't know.
Shit. Wahahaha. We know that's Gundam.
We know that's not.
There we go.
Ayo.
Fuck you. I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Can I kill him?
Yes.
Like right here? Right now?
Right now. Right now.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only receives one ticket, and they marked it with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma? Yeah! No mistakes here. Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated. Or did anyone tell him what happened in the movie? Of course no one did, right? That movie sucked. I put it on the walls. Oh, hold on a sec. You're the only one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening up with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know?
I mean, actually it is. It's called Dangan Ronpa.
Yeah.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important, especially since this isn't a game, wink wonk.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let's just move on to the arguments.
So, this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that. Then let's ask Hajime, how long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes. There's no way that's possible. That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
Huh? What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try to keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
But they were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Me too?
What the hell? Why is it gotta be us? The others all have alibis.
Well, that's not quite true, but okay.
Yeah. Chaki, Mika, and Hajime and I broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you. There's another person who doesn't have an alibi, you know? Nekomaru. Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like... Huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding in the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis. What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
The killer was inside the music venue. Music video.
The music video.
Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it?
Nekomaru, my alibi? I was dying!
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, if you're dying, I don't think you can go outside.
Alright, let's see. The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside. Okay, we know
Chat-
that it was.
Chat says that they really do believe Hyoko died first, and then that's how Ibuki got blood on her shoes.
I think so too.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Lock was on the floor in front of the door. You talking about the broken drumstick? Yep.
Mhm.
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we were gathered together.
After this stream, I'm listening to Hotel Motel Holiday. Because I have to.
Okay. That person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence. Yeah, I forgot to read the one that was actually a contradiction. I was too busy. Okay, by locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in. Seems they were trying to stall for time. How did they lock the door? The door shouldn't have had a lock. I guess I should look at what this semi-transparent blob actually is.
What is the transparent blob?
A strange glob.
Oh. Yeah, we still don't know what that is. I mean, it looks like toothpaste, but it could be wrong.
Yeah. Okay, so the motel room key, scrap of thick paper, step ladder.
Chat's like, I'm listening to I squeezed out the baby, but I have no idea who the father is in Under Professor. Same. We should. Honestly, just stream all of stream all of Ibuki's music as a little tribute.
There you
Like,
go.
go on YouTube, go find you a playlist.
Waited until we were gathered together. Okay, so we are looking for a contradiction.
Mhm.
It looked like they just rushed over. Sonia's seen this in crime. Be able to prove that with my evidence. Okay, so killer was still inside the music venue. Still don't think so. By locking the door from the inside. But they didn't have to.
It's the glob.
Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
I mean, it's green, so I'm gonna guess not, but it wasn't rubber at all. That semi-transparent glob was probably, was it glue? Was it gummy? Was it rubber? Or was it gum?
Well, we just said it wasn't rubber. Maybe it could be gum?
Maybe. Try it. It was gum.
Oh.
Really? What's the point of sticking gum between the gaps of the door? That doesn't make any sense.
I agree, it doesn't make sense. Alright, I'm gonna guess it was probably glue.
Yeah.
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Glue!
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know
You
glue was
waited.
edible. I mean, school
Wow.
glue.
School glue, like the children put it in their mouth all the freaking time. It's, you kinda didn't, yeah.
I believe it's not something one typically eats.
The glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly. But if you just stuck them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know? That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What did you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap that the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap? Apologize to Miss Sonia and me, but mostly Miss Sonia. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
What? So, during the 10 minutes, Hajime left the venue. The killer murdered Hyoko and created a closed space.
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me. Hint, hint.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Earlier.
But then Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right? And when you went back with everyone else, Hyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof. That scrap of paper. Isn't that what we found at the baton lighting at the music venue? That's right, but just what is the scrap anyway?
That scrap was stuck on the baton lighting in the music venue. Now I should be able to figure out what it is.
Okay.
Oh,
no.
Oh, it's a hangman's scam.
Okay. What was the strip paper that was stuck to the baton lighting?
Butcher paper, scroll paper, long ass paper.
It's not P.
Oh, okay, it's not P. Damn. Is it R then?
It is not R. Can't imagine it would be E.
Yeah, wallpaper.
Yeah. Oh, there. That sounds possible.
Yeah.
Okay, I need that.
All Katie's detectives have an investigation where Kyoko is shoving her hands down the corpses. The pants Chuck is tasting the evidence. Oh lord.
Okay, I'm looking for L.
Wallpaper.
And of course, they are not ever going to give me another one ever again.
That's not. Oh,
Aha!
there's spells. L.
Okay, I need another one now.
There's another. There's orange. Orange. L.
No!
No. Oh, no.
Hate my life right now. Okay, L.
There's a lot.
Okay, now I need a P. Okay, I have one P. They are not giving me anything. Oh, now I get all of the L's. Great. All right.
That was
E.
a super L.
A. E. Oh, come on. I need you.
Why are they being so rude?
I don't know.
Why you gotta be so rude?
Please.
Oh my god.
I need a P.
Give me a P. Give me a A. Oh, there's the P.
That was the one that I set down.
Oh.
Shit. No, no, not the P.
Yay. A.
And in hindsight, I think I didn't actually need that P yet. I think I got ahead of myself. Okay, now I need a P. Okay, E.
E. We got this.
Oh shit, I did the wrong thing.
Devolve Hangman's Gambit.
I hate this.
I hate it.
This is like... Okay, I need that. Okay, R. Jesus Christ.
Today is not being nice.
Oh my god. That was horrific.
Today's not being very nice.
That scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as the scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so...
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear on the paper. See? It fits perfectly. I don't know how we're doing this from all the way over here, but yeah.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper. What's going on with my accent today? Damn!
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hyoko's body disappearing?
Yes. A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify the scrap of paper, you can figure it out easily.
That scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body? If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Ooh, am I gonna get to do, Jet Set Radio Future? Yay! Logic Dive.
Yeah, it's time to go skateboarding in our minds.
Alright, that is...
Skateboarding.
How do I jump? Oh, that's right. Okay, that's jump.
Hey, I love this. This is so fun.
You remember the,
Literally
controls?
skateboarding in your mind. Kagito, I went through a lot of effort to hide the body from Mikan. You better appreciate my hard work.
Okay, why did Hyoko's body suddenly appear at the crime scene? It was hidden. By that wallpaper.
Wallpaper sure is convenient. Ew. It's Mario Cat in your mind.
Exactly.
You get the golden star.
I should point out I am not nearly this good at Mario Kart.
Oh, you're not?
Okay, what did the killer use to hide her body? Was the wallpaper.
Wallpaper.
No, I am, like... I suck at Mario Kart without any help. I am the person that has to have the auto driving on.
Oh no.
Because I will throw myself off the end. Oh crap.
No. Oh well, there it was.
Exactly.
Rainbow Road. Oh my god, Rainbow Road is especially tough. Damn.
All right.
He's really
Question 3.
shrinking.
How did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? They covered the pillar. Oh yeah, my theory, my crackpot theory was right.
You did say that.
Yay!
Hey, Rainbow Road. Happy Pride.
I got it.
Let's go.
Complete!
Yep, buddy. I got it.
Sonic
Hyoko's
Adventure.
body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper.
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then the reason the wallpaper wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar. That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue. But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. If their plan took too long, Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body in the pillar is very bold and risky. It couldn't have been me.
Yeah, it couldn't have been you. But the crime itself would be easier to pull off since they don't have much to do with Hajime. Well, Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal. Then, when was Hyoko actually killed? Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once, but, what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece, The Wizard of Manami 2.5D?
Hey! Don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
Am I gonna get sued? Oh well, you're pretty noisy for someone who eats moss balls.
I don't eat moss balls. I just enjoy looking at them. I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. And not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death. It is as if both crimes were replicas of the scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie, I should be able to explain that now. Did they want to mix up the killing order? Did they want to let their accomplice escape? Did they want to hide the weapon? Or is it just because they like movies?
I'm sure they love movies. They're really good at that.
Gotta be to mix up the killing order. The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so that we'd mix up the killing order.
Then Hyoko was actually killed before Ibuki? A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? Are you going to cry and beg like that? Then I guess I should talk about the condition of Ibuki's body. I mean, I'll hear about it. Sorry.
I'm not even crying.
Well, I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind. What a jerk.
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk impossible.
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hyoko was killed. That would mean Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Keh, how light. Your words are so light as the silk feather. Wahaha, your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately. Man, he's being annoying again. First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
I can kill two people, right?
Right. Two people.
So Nagito's number one, and
Right.
this dude, how dare you call Best Girl a low-class creature?
Right. So that's number two.
Yep.
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from pathetic delusion. You want to talk?
Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hyoko was killed. Alright. Okay, it's pretty obviously going to be she had blood on the soles of her feet. When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Oh my god, are we bringing back fleets?
Yes, fleets.
Remember fleets from Twitter? Damn, what a throwback. Fleets.
Is there any sign she stepped on something? Oh,
The fact
fine.
that Nagito and Mikan are standing next to each other makes them look more like partners in crime.
It does.
Ooh.
What she said? Okay, I know what I... That was too much fun to hit. Okay.
Just turn him down.
Exactly.
Just turn him down. We all want to. He's being a dummy head.
He is. Her feet were on the floor.
Hmm. Yep.
We will agree with you, Sonia.
Yeah.
Feel honored. I
She'll
don't
look
do it very
happy.
often.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That's not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no extended injuries.
Then it's Hyoko's blood.
Kyoko only wound was a fatal slice on her neck, and she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hyoko was killed.
Oh no.
Oh, can't wait
Oh.
to take him down.
Wahaha! A shepherd dressed in the Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
For the sake of this, yes. Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you sure? Are you sure you're sure? If you show of how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know? You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
My favorite part is Hajime's like, bitch, what the hell are you talking about?
Right.
Face. Like,
It's like, dude, this is a Wendy's.
like what the hell? Alright. What do we got? Rebuttal showdown. Rope used for hanging, motel. Holy
Hotel. Wait, what the? That's a lot of swords.
shit. That is so many swords. Okay. Try to remember the crime scene. There's no blood on the floor. Can't step.
Time to duel.
Fuck you. I can. As long as Ibuki's body has no open wounds, there's no blood there's no doubt that the blood is Hyoko's. Hyoko was taped to the pillar, and it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it, where you cannot step on the pillar with your feet. Okay, if I draw out the story, there won't be any place for me to counter. Just as I thought, that word from earlier was the opening for his rebuttal. In order to bring that back the topic, looks like I have to be pushed back on purpose. Okay.
Okay.
Fine, push me back then.
Cabadon time.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're getting Cabadoned by Gundam.
I don't want that. Okay, so when am
Can
I?
we just get Cabadoned by his hamsters instead? That doesn't seem as threatening. And not as awkward, I think.
Okay, I thought I did get pushed back. I didn't do anything. Can't step on the pillar with your feet. Please just push me back.
He just gets smaller and smaller.
Okay, I don't know how to get pushed back.
We don't know how to get Cabadon
I know, like,
correctly, apparently. Apparently it has to be done correctly.
apparently. Okay, that's like way easier to do. I thought that word from earlier was okay. Like I have to. I tried.
We tried literally not doing anything. This is the hardest rebuttal. Really.
I know. Like how the hell am I supposed to do this? Please just drive me back.
Mm.
Don't know how to be pushed back.
This is confusing.
I know. How do I get pushed back on purpose? Okay, what else do I have? Okay. Slash, overturn, fast forward, open the handbook menu, fire, concentrate. Okay, I don't have anything else I can do. It's not pushing me back.
Even if you don't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, like, literally, I'm not touching the controller.
Are they being hyper specific on which words?
I mean, there's no highlighted words, so... Yeah, because what the hell do you want me to do? Okay. Look at... Don't... How... What? Let's see. I mean, I've tried using the Truth Blade several times now. And that doesn't seem to be pushing me back.
Chat is saying, are we using the wrong sword?
I mean, we can try using a different sword.
Maybe it is the sword. I mean, maybe that's why they give us so many swords.
Maybe.
We're just supposed to try out all of them and see what sticks.
Nope, that didn't work.
Oh. How many more swords do we got?
I mean, we have a lot. But there's not, like, none of these are going to push me back, even if I hit them with it. I don't know what to do. The only thing I can think of is letting the timer run out.
So you tried all the swords?
Yeah, I tried all the swords.
Oh my god. This is weird. We never had to, like, purposely lose.
Yeah, I know, like... Googling it. So I'm just letting it run.
Yeah.
Oh, that... I mean, the only thing I can think of is just to run out of the clock.
This is literally the most strange
I know.
I've seen in this entire game.
Like,
I too am also trying to see what is going on. They said maybe we took it too seriously when we need to fight back? Took it too seriously? Like, is it because this is Gundam? And
I mean, maybe.
brain works like weird.
Man. Yep, nope, I have no idea. We're just gonna run out the clock and restart this.
Alright.
Obviously, we are not supposed to be, obviously don't proceed there. Yeah, I don't have any other options. Everyone doubts me. I'm now suddenly the black end, despite the fact that we just
Aw.
proved that I was not the,
Right.
Alright.
Yeah, let's retry. This is so weird.
Okay, so obviously the issue is the smudge on the floor, I think, so...
Thanks a lot, Gundam.
Try to remember the crime scene. There we go. Fuck you, Gundam.
I hate this bitch. I hate him so much.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where the blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped up the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the orders of the murders, right? Yes, you are now on our shit list. Gonna
Hate this man.
hate. Even if they'd be able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if the blood was left out on the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mika, wow, you should know a lot. Interesting. None of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Ooh, maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikan's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us,
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now.
yeah, you better retreat.
Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there is no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
I don't give a shit about you right now.
Yeah. you can literally go step on a Lego.
You insulted Best Girl and then you trapped me in that, so...
Can you just shut up and back off? Please.
Now then, let us resume our debate. Oh, wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
If the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Huh? Suicide?
The same as always, you gotta vote for who the killer is. Think about it. Suicide means you kill the most important person existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no blanket to punish. But I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monomi.
Why me?
At least it's Monomi and not us. So, Nagito, what do you mean if the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, if it's possible that Ibuki killed Hyoko and then committed suicide due to guilty conscience, right? Oh, that's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with. She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, then that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene. She hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she would have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now, I'm free to search for the killer.
You know, Nagito is starting to give me real hero vibes from last game. Like, we are now having to get rid of any possibility. It's just that Hiro at least believed what he was saying.
Right. This guy's just like...
He's just fucking with us.
I hate him.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue in my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Ha! I thought it had to be a different stepladder. If you look at where the blood is, we can see that side. There is no blood at all. So it can't be the same ladder.
Forced? Perhaps she was used hypnotism or something.
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So maybe we should be able to maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear that what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know. There's no way it would have some kind of sweet recording feature.
And the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means that the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Alright, let's turn on each other.
Oh no. Ooh, that's a lot. Ooh.
I mean, I think that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Could be worse. Okay, we can exclude sick people like me and Akane, right? I don't think so, but okay.
No, you're definitely an accomplice. Maybe. We don't know yet, but it looks like maybe. Yeah. Because how can Mikan do all that stuff at the same time?
Yeah.
It just doesn't add up.
Yeah, something's not right. I was where I was supposed to be, Zone Cottage, that's not an alibi. guess I should look at this evidence. Okay, so we have Mikan's account. Mikan was with me the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. Aside from those afflicted with the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then it's failed, yeah. Oops. The murders supposedly happened before and during the morning announcement. The person who doesn't have an alibi for that time? Okay, so... about the others. Okay, so what's Fuyuhiko's account and what's Sonya's account?
Even if Mikan isn't collaborating with Nagito, he's definitely trying to screw with things. Definitely.
Oh, absolutely. Like, what's new?
Nagito's being hero on purpose.
Oh my god. Okay, so Ron's account. Okay. So, I guess Fuyuhiko does technically have an alibi. Or, I guess, and Mikan. I think everyone at the hotel was doing that, which means everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi. What about you? It's where he was supposed to be, sleeping in his cottage. I love the person who asked why. Oops. Wrong evidence again. Okay, where's Mikan's account? I forgot I changed it when I was looking at it. It's too easy to do that sometimes. I really love hitting things and, like, completely missing what I'm shooting at. There we go.
You're not doing it on purpose, though.
No, I'm not. Okay. This is why I don't do first-person shooters well, obviously. Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis.
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while. We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
That don't sound like an accident.
Too much info.
TMI, oh no.
It's not like that. She just came to tell me that Nakito's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterwards, so we were together right until before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
Yeah, if that's the case, then the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it is inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
And I'd like to point out, only one person has both.
I feel like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder? Is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time of the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process. Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
The killer had a different reason? If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us? If so, then whose? And what kind of trap is it?
A bad trap.
Alright.
At least it's supposed to back up Fuyuhiko's alibi.
Yay!
Why, hello there, Manami. The moss balls sure look tasty today.
Stop it! Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls.
And there's some chance time.
What's that?
And now then, Manami's appeal time starts now.
Huh? Appeal time?
Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck. Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild whose fault as well.
That's 99% your fault.
While you're whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 300,000 words or so.
That's too long. It'll just be a boring appeal.
Ah, come on. If your appeal is successful, there might be a merchandise opportunities heading your way.
Then I'm Usami, magical miracle girl Usami. I'm an itty bitty girl who's sweet like milk.
Jeez, and I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best. What a disappointment.
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever.
Oh shit. Is that a
Alright.
clue? Hmm.
All right. I think we will end here for tonight. We are not
Yeah.
actually going to reopen this trial. Next stream is Sunday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. I will apologize. We are about to have some pretty bad weather coming up, so I may need to cancel Sunday depending on how that blows over. I will keep everyone updated. But
So stay safe.
yep, everyone stay safe. You're about to get hit with the tropical storm stuff that they say we're about to get hit with. Woo. It's the season.
Stay
I
safe.
think we're 2 days into hurricane season.
Summer? Oh no, yeah, it's hurricane season.
So-
Wow.
So I guess now it is 3 days. Happy midnight. Do you have any announcements you'd like to make?
No, just remember, if you are living in a place where tropical storms and hurricanes happen, just stock up on food and do the usual thing, safeguard stuff, all that good stuff.
And also remember that during hurricane season, storms will come on very suddenly, as I suddenly remembered today as I was going on a run. And when I started, there was like not a cloud in the sky, and 15 minutes in, I was drenched. It was awful. Like, and of course, like right after, I get home, I'm drenched, and you're not supposed to, use like water or plumbing during a thunderstorm because thunder can or lightning can travel through plumbing. So I couldn't even take a shower to like warm up. It was awful. Like my phone keeps telling me there's liquid in it. It's like, yeah, it's because we went through like a storm.
I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe running place at home.
Yeah.
Something. Do another aerobic exercises.
Yeah. It's
Hold off for a little bit.
we're not gonna do that again. That's the like third time this week I've been caught in one. So it's been a fun season so far.
It's okay.
All right. Well, hopefully everyone stays safe. Wash your hands, wear your masks, get vaccinated. Button down
And
the
stay
hatches
safe.
or whatever people do. Put in your.
Stay safe.
I mean, like it's a tropical storm, so there's no need for hurricane shutters. But like just stay safe. Don't go out in the middle of the storm.
It's not worth it, guys.
You are not in Twister.
No, or
And-
Sharknado.
Like, quite honestly, like, everyone kept telling me I needed to watch Twister. And so I thought it was going to be, like, this fantastic movie. And I was so disappointed. Like, it is not really that good of a movie.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry to anyone who really loves it, but...
I mean, it's one of the older films for sure, so it's definitely, yeah.
Like, I guess it's, like, it's got some sort of cultural significance that I'm just not picking up on, but it was like...
Yeah.
You know how you don't get killed by this giant twister? You fucking leave.
That would
Like-
have been the shortest movie ever.
I'm, like, that's just me.
But, I mean, storm chasers, that's their job, I guess.
Yeah,
Yes.
like, it's a weird job to want. I'll just put that out there.
It's the adrenaline junkies and the ones who are like, for science, and yeah, and just something to make the Weather Channel look badass.
More power to them. I will stay inside with my hot cocoa, watching the rain come down.
Yes.
Like
Watching the Great British Baking.
Exactly.
Show.
Like Paul Hollywood in the background telling someone their cake tastes like shit while the rain and the storm happens, you know, and I get to be all bundled up in a blanket. Like,
That sounds nice.
incidentally, this is also the way that I deal with snowstorms. Not that I've had one since moving to Florida, but like before moving to Florida, like I didn't have to go out in the blanket with the Great British Baking Show because that's my comfort show for some reason. You know, it's great. That's how everyone should deal with storms. Until your power goes out, then you have a different problem. But
So charge your 3DS.
exactly, you know, like charge all your shit, call it good. All right. So we will be back on Sunday, hopefully. I will still get the YouTube stuff up this week. So yeah. Have a good night all. Bye.